welcome to the Weekend Homestead. This week on the Weekend Homestead, we're going to make a flank steak. Very, very simple to do. We're going to use a plastic bag to do some marinade, some simple ingredients, olive oil, soy sauce, red wine vinegar, some honey, some garlic, and some ground pepper. So why don't you come along and I'll show you how we do it. So the instructions for this will be in the description down below. Make sure if you want to follow along with us also, you subscribe. The subscribe button is down in the corner, or click on the eye in the sky. It'll have other links to other cooking videos, including this one where we cooked a steak out on top of the coals directly. So what you'll need is a plastic bag and some simple measuring cups and things like that. I'll show you what we're going to use here. First thing we're going to use is 1/3 of a cup, and just find your favorite olive oil. It doesn't have to be 100% precise. We're just going for a mixture here. So you take your olive oil, measure it out, and then you just put it right here in the bag like so. Next up is the soy sauce. Same thing, 1/3 of a cup. I usually do the olive oil first, just because it's a little bit thicker. Put the soy sauce in right over the top. We use the low sodium soy sauce. Big reason is, you know, there's a lot of salt and everything that we're cooking anyways these days, so wherever you can cut back, and you're not going to notice in the flavor in the marinade. You can just dump it right in. All right, so next thing we do, we just buy minced garlic in a jar. You can use cloves also, do it. This I find is just as simple. The dried stuff works also. I just take 2 tablespoons, scoop them up here. One, and then just take this here. There's number 2. Next item, red wine vinegar. So you want 2 tablespoons. 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons? 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. This isn't Julia Child or anything like that. Number 2. In the bag it goes. Next item on the list, honey. We get honey from a local farm here. You can get it from the grocery store, wherever. We like to support the local farmers in the area. This honey came from a local farm just down the road from us where we pick apples in this fall, so we'll use that today. And just dump it right in. Last item, ground pepper. Just get a regular mill, put it in there. It says you're supposed to use half a cup.
Half teaspoon.
Half teaspoon. Half a cup would be a lot. Kind of one of those do it to taste things. All right. Next item is just take the bag, seal it up here. Make sure you seal it up because otherwise you'll have a mess on your hands. I've done that before. You want to mix it up here. Our meat itself is going to sit inside this bag for about 2 hours or so before we cook. About 90 minutes into that, I'm actually going to go out and start the Weber because it's going to take a little bit of time to get that going. We'll cook it on indirect heat and direct heat. I'll show you how to do that once we get out to the grill. This is flank steak. As you can see, it's got a lot of fiber lines in it. It's kind of a fibrous steak. Rolls out into a flat piece. We're going to cook it right on the grill. This is about 1.5 pounds or so. This will feed our crew really well. Just throw it in the bag here. Gonna lay it out flat if you can. My hands here. We're going to zip this up and get some of the air out of it if you can. I like to kind of squish it around, make sure the marinade gets all over the steak. Just that simple. 2 hours, we'll be grilling this up. All right, so you just put it in the refrigerator, 2 hours. About 90 minutes into it, I'll have the alarm go off. We'll go out, start the Weber grill up. We'll put it on the grill for a little bit, and then we'll enjoy some steak night. In the meantime, let's go read some books by the fireplace. Alrighty, while our steak is getting ready, we're gonna fire up the Weber grill here. Really simple. We're gonna use a chimney starter. We are getting really close now.
So the coals are ready to go. We're just gonna dump it on half the grill. This is gonna be direct heat for half of it and indirect heat for the other half of it. And dump it right here on half. Perfect. All right. All right, so we're ready to go here. For the first 3 minutes of cooking, flip it once, do direct heat for the second 3 minutes. Then after that, move it to the indirect side of it. We'll put some asparagus on here on one side, heat the rest of it for 3 minutes, and we should be good to go to eat. Go. There we go. Set it for 3 minutes and we're good to go. First 3 minutes are done. Now we're going to take it, open this up here, flip it. You'll get a little bit of charring on here, but that's perfectly fine. Cover it back up. 3 more minutes. Alrighty, so we're to our next turn here. What I'll usually do is pick up the steak, just move it to the opposite side here. And what we're going to do is let it finish now that the outside is nicely cooked. With this other side here, do a little grilled asparagus here. Fairly straightforward. And just lay them right on here, like so. A nice single level. And now we'll go for 4 more minutes. Alrighty, we're partially through the cook. Take the asparagus here. Alrighty, just gonna put a little garlic salt here on our asparagus. Just a little bit longer and we'll be done. Our asparagus is done. Nice here. Alright, so we finished our outside stuff here. This is really easy to do. Anybody can do it. Just a simple Weber grill, simple marinade, 2 hours in the refrigerator, 3 minutes on each side, and then 4 minutes on each side on the indirect heat. All right, what we're gonna do now is just plate this up, cover it with aluminum foil, and let it rest for 5 minutes, then we'll cut it up and enjoy. Perfect. All right, we're in the house here. Cover this up, let it rest. So we've been resting here for 5 minutes. Now when you cut a flank steak, you want to cut it a certain direction. You want to cut it crosswise. So the muscle runs this way. We're actually going to cut it this way here. So just take your knife. Are you ready to try some of this, bud? A little piece for you and a little piece for me. Ready to try it? It's going to be pretty good.
Yum.
Good? No?
You gave them a huge piece.
Well, this turned out really good. I'd give it a thumbs up. You give it a thumbs up? Don't forget to give us a thumbs up too. This is Weekend Homestead, living a simple life, 1 weekend at a time. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.